Okay, here we are again. So it's Secrets of the Night, episode 15 by precious Obialor-Ukazim. Well, the prayer warriors were still praying for Imunanya, right? So let's continue with them. And she was not ready to open up. So let's see what happens. Well, sir, I can see your wife is not willing to speak, and we would like to take our leave. But whenever she's ready to speak to us, you know where to find us. At the prayer cathedral, he told Ejiofor, whom himself could not get his wife to talk. When the prayer team left, Ifunanya turned her face away and faced the wall. She was left alone in the room, and in a flash, she slipped into an unconscious state as if she was sleeping, but she wasn't sleeping in reality. In that state of unconsciousness, she found herself walking in a very thick darkness, and the darkness was so thick that she couldn't see a thing. Suddenly, she heard someone screaming very loud in a long and pressing manner, and she had to close her ears. It was a woman's voice. Belata, she heard the woman's voice, and after some seconds, the voice ceased, and everywhere became still. But she saw a house with light shining on the inside. It was a lonely house, and she started walking towards it, perhaps to find people there. But on arriving there, she first peeped through the window, and she saw 3 women engrossed in some strange activities. But the one activity that drew her attention was that of the woman sitting in the middle of the room, dipping her hand in a bowl of water. She would dip one of her fingers inside the bowl, then withdraw it very fast. As the water she collected on her finger can dribble down to the earth slowly. I think we have seen this before. That activity looks familiar to her. It felt like she had seen it somewhere, and as she was trying to remember where she had seen it, the woman turned and looked towards the direction of the window, and fear gripped her heart. Then she was jolted back to consciousness. Surprisingly, Ifunanya recovered instantly from the strange sickness when she came back to her consciousness, to the amazement of everybody, but she didn't share what she saw with anybody. They only came back to the room and found her sitting up on her own. Ejiofor, Ejike, and the domestic workers were overjoyed, happy that God has healed her. However, Ifunanya vehemently refused. She was not going to see the prayer leader when her husband raised the matter the following day. I don't see any need to go there because I don't have anything to confess. The most important thing is that I am well now, she told her husband confidently, and he didn't push further again. Life continued as usual, and the sickness never returned again. Few months later, Ifunanya was delivered of a bouncing baby boy. Wow. The child was very fair to look upon with long nails. This is surely my father, Ejiofor said with all excitement, because his father, Ichiokeke, was very fair, tall, and handsome man. Everyone were very happy for Ejiofor as all his friends came to rejoice with him, and they brought with them gifts for the baby. Ejike, who was now living with them, was also overwhelmed with joy, and he carried the baby in his arms. Ejiofor and his family lived peacefully afterwards, as Ifunanya began to live the best of her behavior, making her husband happy, and he spoiled her with many good things of life. Ejike himself was not excluded. His elder brother took good care of him and never stopped planning a good future for him. He came back from work one evening with the news that he had obtained a JAMB form for Ejike to further his education, but was surprised at Ejike's response. What could be his response? I don't know, but let's wait and see. Alright, story to be continued. Don't go anywhere.